Simon?
Say again?
How about you, Zacharias? You head out into the dark for these people?
Yes. The sooner we find a cure for this affliction, the sooner we can enter the city. And the sooner I can make my proper fuck, I'm kind of blanking on the word. I can prove my devotion to more.
Well, for a god of the dead, you are proving to be a pretty reliable guy. Good to have us with you. And how about you, Gertrok? You have the lantern. Maybe have your arm with us. Mm-hmm. Is our boy here?
You want
Simple?
help? You pay coin. No work for free.
Well, I would prefer you with us than not. Well, what is your ferry to help these poor souls afflicted by the rot?
As Getrok coughs.
I dare say it's his own life that will be its reward.
Well, you ever listen to a dwarf and he's like, dwarfs are hardy. The way lives through it.
No. I'm just liking the comedy
Well,
of
the cough has been steadily getting worse, I will say that.
I'm just imagining Getrok. You try to say the number, start coughing. You take a deep breath to try and say the number and start coughing once again. Unable to get it out. But no, how do you reply?
1 silver each life.
Oh, buddy.
Well, we have... Griffon raises an eyebrow. Well, sure. After all, he says, handing a silver coin to Getrok, we're only after one man of science. Glad to have you with us. Now let's go.
All of a sudden, the scientist needs his entire family to be transported.
I'll take point. I want you at the back, Griffon, just in case we happen to get surrounded again.
Very well. Let me
I'll probably
stick
in the middle.
Yeah, Zacharias and you, Rolf, can stay between us.
Understood.
All right. Siegfried in the front. Siegfried followed by Getrok, followed by Rolf, Zacharias, and Griffon. Head out into the dark. You wanted to make us some rolls, Zach?
Well, for now, I'll say, as the sun is set, the town seems to take on a different atmosphere. High in the sky above you, Moorsleep hangs in the air, shining its full glory upon the town. Everything almost has a greenish tint, it seems, for what you can see.
Moorsleep's the bad omen, right?
Yes.
Yes. Is this Skaven satellite?
Your torches seem to almost barely pierce the shadows. And what you do see is revealed in them. You almost sometimes feel like you see things watching you or things moving about. You're never quite sure if it's actually there, if it's just your mind. As you go, though, please make me either a common knowledge empire or a gossip test. Gossip test will require finding people and talking to them, though, to find the location of this apothecary.
I'm gonna go with common knowledge, even though it's lower for me.
What do I want to do?
And I don't have anything to reroll.
I'm gonna go with gossip.
I'm gonna go with common knowledge. 4. Great success.
Great success. Let's see, gossip.
Siegfried, you've actually failed to find anyone. You as well, Griffin. I'm being nice to you.
What?
I'm saying you don't find anyone, and that's why your gossip test failed, and not because
Yeah.
you talked to someone they didn't know what the fuck you were talking about, and then you got sick.
Mm-hmm.
Zagreus, however, you have in fact heard of this apothecary before, and you know where to find him at.
This way, I will lead the way.
At the end of a small alley, just off the main road leading to the Wizard's Way, a small sign depicting curling ivy plant wrapped around an unblinking eye swings above a reinforced door. You're the only ones in the street.
That we know of. Zagreus walks up and knocks on the door.
I'll keep an eye out here.
There is no response.
Is the door locked?
Yes.
I wait for 1 full minute before looking at the side the sides of the house for any back entrances.
There is indeed. Well, there is. The building itself is 2 stories, and there is indeed a walled garden in the back.
All right, you're tall, Siegfried. Do you see anything past the wall garden?
What was the wizard's name? I tried to call out his name.
Not a wizard. Name was Weidenhoft. I will put that into chat.
Yeah, I think it was a scholar and a herbalist, not a wizard.
Oh, sorry, scholar.
I mean,
So,
for peasants, probably close to the same damn thing, but
Yeah.
Weidenhoft, are you in? We require your assistance.
you are responded with silence.
In that case, where Zagreus would try to find another entryway.
The walled garden. How tall is the wall?
It's around 5 feet, enough to mostly block a view in.
Mm-hmm.
And
Siegfried, you're a
to
tall
climb
fellow.
in, it is a routine scale sheer surface. So it is a +10 to get into the backyard.
Not
the big question then is there any boxes or anything around?
We have dwarves.
I mean, between all of
Thank
you
you very
together,
much.
you can get over it with +10 and helping each other and stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think Siegfried's about 6 foot something, so
Mm-hmm.
he can just peer over it.
Yep.
And you do see a back door, but I'd hope that'd be obvious.
Yeah.
There are also windows on the second floor. The first
Are the
floor does
lights
not
on?
have any. There are not.
Okay, yeah, in which case, if people are willing to... I
wish I'd
Hang on a sec. Let me double check that one. Oh yes, there are lights on up in the top floor.
Alright.
Looks like candlelight.
I have an idea that I need Rolf to pull off.
All right, we turn to look at Rolf.
And it's
Yes,
to
No, we
you.
turn to look at
Siegfried.
Siegfried.
Try and get whoever's up there attention. Sling the window.
Not the window, not the wall. The windows are expensive, no? Hmm.
Just get his attention if there's anyone up there.
Well,
Oh, okay.
I already tried that by calling out his name.
well,
Okay.
Return.
I pick up the rock and I take half action aim and half action fire.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a ballistic skill chest.
Okay, because I aimed, I add +10.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I need to put plus. It's just like.
Yeah, it's just
Mm.
hey.
Congratulations, Matt. You don't miss the broadside of a house.
Okay,
No sign.
so what happens?
And let's say I just pick like a smaller pebble that doesn't. If I.
There's no response.
Oh.
Right, in that case, we should probably Cyrus would try to scale the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like, working together, all five of you get yourselves over the wall.
Very well. We
Right.
get ourselves over the wall and walk up to the back entrance. Is the door locked, or are we inside?
The door is locked. Both
Locked.
entrances are in fact locked. Both windows are closed.
Well, with a light on and nobody answering,
And
this
the
will
back door. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, with both doors blocked and light on at the top, yet nobody answering us. Do we think he's just a heavy sleeper? Because I don't think it should matter. I do believe we need to get inside. Now, does anyone know how to open a door, or will I have to ask Getrok for help? Hmm?
It would be a pick box test.
Mm-hmm.
I assume nobody has that.
Nope.
Nope.
Not me.
Which was. Oh, sorry, go on.
Ira's back. What I miss?
Well,
Basically, front door's locked, so they climbed the working together. Everyone climbed the wall to the back garden, and the back door is locked. So they're trying to figure out how the hell they're going to get in.
I have an idea, and it's to use our highest strength character and bash down the door.
well, is that Getrok, I suspect? Hmm?
Wait a minute. You're trying to climb, so hold on.
No.
No,
We're trying to break down a door after having climbed a wall. Currently, we're looking at you, wondering if you are the guy strong enough to smash through the door. Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have higher than 34?
Nope.
no.
Nope.
Uh-huh.
So
What's your weapon, by the way?
pickaxe.
I do think that would probably work very well against the door. Hmm?
Yeah, it's a two-handed pick.
Roll me strength plus 20.
All right.
Nice.
You just like
Here's Gertruck.
it just like hits the lock, and you hear like a creak and a snap as it just gets ripped out of the door.
Surgical removal of a lock.
Oh, let's see who's home. As a Siegfried goes to enter in first, sort of
All right.
torch and I suppose halberd at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
The first floor is like an apothecary's like shop, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has his workshop and then the storefront.
A lot of tinctures, whey, lots of herbs.
Mm-hmm.
Wedenhoff, do you hear? As Siegfried shouts out.
Widenhoff.
There's no response. However, you do see this. Oh, let's see. The downstairs is kitchen, dining room, and large book-filled study. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't on the second floor. He's on the first floor in the study. Okay.
Sure. Which room are we in then? Mm-hmm.
As you go into the study, you see what you assume to be Gerhard Weidenhoff. His body slumped over a desk with what looks like a throwing knife in his neck.
Motherfuckers!
Dun, dun, dun.
Just imagine that Siegfried is shouting the Warhammer equivalent of that.
Tall tits.
By Renault gonads.
What have you done?
Renault's balls.
So, that was a wonderful choice of phrase, Ralph, earlier. Or should the apothecary is living at his place of work? No, he is not.
Because he's dead. Dum dum dum.
Griffon shakes his head. Well, somebody was living here.
Siegfried's gonna head over to. I don't really think he's not really ever do a lot. He's gonna head over to the body and sort of pull out the throwing knife, just inspecting it for a moment.
Please give me an agility test with plus 20.
That's spoopy.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Please
use
give me
my.
a toughness test.
I'm gonna just quickly. I'm gonna use my remaining fortune point because I've got one left. I'm gonna reroll that.
Okay.
One last chance.
Oh, thank God.
Ah, are you wearing gloves?
I am. Yes, I've got full leather armor.
Well, this is a very sharp knife anyways, but you pull it out, almost touching the blade until you realize there's a dark liquid, like, dried onto the edge of the blade.
Mm.
Poisoned. Poisoned, if I had to guess.
The throwing star resembles
Oh,
three
it's
blades that have been... Well, let's see.
fucking Eshin assassins.
Three
Fuck.
blades that have been overlaid at the edge. 3 blades that have been overlaid at the edges. It will need a academic knowledge runes test at minus 20.
Academic knowledge what?
Runes.
Runes. Oh dear.
Unfortunately, none of us are rune bearers.
If you have... Is there like knowledge dwarves that the dwarves have?
We have
There is common knowledge dwarf.
yeah.
I will allow that as well.
Minus 20 as well.
Yes.
Very well. Let's hope for a natural 20 then. Nope.
All right. What about engineering?
No.
All right.
So you two, this is definitely a suspicious looking knife, but you're not 100% sure. Everyone else, it is just an unusually shaped blade.
so he was dead in his study. Was there anything around him he was investigating or something?
From Weidenhoff's position, it is fairly obvious he died almost instantly, falling across his desk immediately after he was hit with the odd blade, as there are no signs of any kinds of struggle anywhere in the room. Cluttered on the desk are some papers that refer to the pale shivers, which have notes in their margins. So, do any of you know classical?
I do. I have language
Oh.
classical.
The notes in the margins are written in classical. The notes are excerpts, or the pages are excerpts from a Chilean book called The Plague and the Principality. They refer to a disease that supposedly ravaged the Chilean city Mariagliano several centuries ago. The pale shivers referenced in the expert were non-fatal, a fact underlined with a note in classical that reads, "Enhanced how? To what purpose?" There's also what looks like a hastily written note at the very end of the page that reads, "In the water it was, but why? Only temper," followed by a long ink blotch.
Mm.
And I will need a easy perception test at plus 20.
Success.
Who's making that? Sorry.
Anyone can, and you realize the final note was likely the last thing that Wanenhoff wrote before his death.
Right, so I tell the others about what I found. So apparently, Wedenhoff was onto something.
I
Yeah,
am
Whatever this
getting
is.
what it says, and I'm going to post it in Discord, actually.
All
Yeah,
right.
that'd be for the best.
Whatever this disease was, he was obviously researching it. It did mention a Chilean city called Miragliano. Griffon, you're from Tilea, right? Correct? Anything you can
Right.
share about this?
I am from Estalia and Bilbali specifically. So was that in Estalia? Sorry.
Tilea.
Telea,
It's,
no.
something different.
Rolf,
No, I'm
we're
from Estalia.
kind of stood in guard. Are you like towards the back door?
Generally, I try to do the like center thing. So like I try to shift around to like I basically do not stay stationary. I just like turn around from time to time, like to the left, to the right.
Do you ever check outside the back door?
I don't. Or do you stay inside with the rest of the group?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay inside with the rest of the group.
Okay.
Unless if Secret sees that I'm doing sentry and he might, you can check this thing. So yeah, I will be like, of course, Secret, I will check it. But otherwise, if I'm not ordered, otherwise I'm gonna stick with the group.
Yeah, no, I think Siegfried's wanting the group to stay together. Although, given the fact this guy has been clearly assassinated, we're not entirely too sure when. Siegfried is going to. So he's going to suggest that we get the notes to. We need to get the notes to the priests. Maybe they'll be able to make use of it.
If you wish to look for more, I will need a search test at +20.
Do not have search as
I believe it can still be used untrained. I believe it's basic.
Yes, you said +20?
Yes.
In that case, if people are going to be searching around, Siegfried is going to take Rolf to.
Griffon's looking through the margins and everything, like trying to
keep
find
going.
another note. I
So
know Griffon probably has the same academic system, like looking through it.
Just quickly, if people are going to be searching, Siegfried is then going to take Rolf to sort of stand outside at the back.
As you guys stand at the back, Rolf, your fears were correct. Off into the distance, on a rooftop, you see a large, gray rat with a white star above its left eye, tinged in green, staring back, its red eyes glowing softly, just in the moonlight.
Oh no.
As you see it, it jumps off the roof and scurries away.
It's that rat again, Siegfried.
We're definitely being followed. Then it's no normal rat. It's clever.
Clever rat.
The search test reveals that the apothecary was analyzing several samples in a study. On a swiveling stand beneath an engraved wooden case is what looks like to be a bowl of water, a very small wooden box with a gummy silvery powder, and a small glass tube filled with a faintly bluish fluid. There is also an open envelope addressed to Gotthard Weidenhoff that still has a letter inside it. The letter reads as follows. Good sir, here is the sample of which we spoke. Tell no one, Weidenhoff. I cannot emphasize this enough. Tell no one. Their eyes are everywhere. Work with all speed. Tal preserve us all. Are near Haas.
Griffon shakes his head. Conspiracy is abound. Mm. Now, what do these all bottles mean?
I
He
don't.
turns them over looking for like a label or something, anything to identify what these bottles are.
There are notes written in classical on each of the samples, but it takes an academic knowledge science test to properly decipher them.
I wish I had a luck roll if I failed. It's alright, let's believe.
You got this, Julius. You got this.
No!
You got it in spirit.
I knew I was going to fail, but I wanted to believe.
If you think about it, between because you probably can't read classical, so it's between basically Simon not really understanding what they're saying, reading it out to you.
Yeah, no, I can totally see that.
I could try translating it to him.
You're translating things you don't understand for me who doesn't know the language.
Very good at
Arniahos. Rolf, yes, that would be common knowledge imperial to know the name.
Okay, let's roll it.
Can I get another economic skill? Because Sagres roll really well on the translation.
Sure.
Yeah, I believe. One more chance, one more shot. Let's go. Hey!
Hey,
Zagreus, first you recognize the name Arniahos is in fact the commander of the High Watch garrison guarding Wizard's Way, number 1.
The captain of the Wizard's Way, then.
If you wish, I'll also accept a gossip roll right now. This is for rumors you've heard previously, not for obviously someone showing up right now.
Who gets the roll, you say?
No.
Anyone that's kind of spent time in the city, mostly. So, most of you.
I don't feel like I can make this one. I just arrived.
Yep.
Was it just,
and yeah, that works. You've heard, probably from other guards, the captain's daughter is a well-regarded young priestess of Shaoyan. Apparently blessed, as she supposedly fell ill recently and was miraculously cured, but such things are expected of those favored by the goddess of healing. You know that her name is Christiane.
Christiane, the one we met.
Connected. Griffon looks up from the papers, like looking at them back and forth, like writing small margins on them in his own language. Like, Griffon, like the priestess you just met? Everything's connected. What's going on?
Either way, I think...
No, he looks towards Zagreus like, is your god doing this?
It is hard to tell.
For the academic science tests, there are a series of notations representing the temperatures in times as well as in substances' interactions with other herbs that were applied to them. The bowl of water is labeled Talabheim, 1 bell after dawn. The notes about the silvery powders start with the note river extract. The notes regarding the blue fluid have a final notation in Reichsspiel. Not an inoculant, an antidote.
Say the last one again.
Not an inoculant, an antidote.
Ooh.
Not inoculate.
And there's only a small bit of fluid left in the vial.
We should probably take these back to the Chileans. Maybe they know what to do with it.
We might also want to... You also want to hurry it up. We're being watched.
Before we go, Griffon gently puts the paper into one of his bags. We should probably raid his store. A scientist like this is bound to have some sort of healing potions. And if we're being watched, as you say, Then we
While
should
they
probably
do
pick.
that, while they ransack the store, Sagus is going to make sure this man's soul passes towards the garden without any problem.
Just be quick about it. Rolf and I will keep watch.
As the two dwarves raid the store, I would like an appraise roll.
Praise, okay.
You mean evaluate?
Yes.
Alright.
Can I make a knowledge science? I'm trying to find healing potion, not money stuff.
Any pluses?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
It is at 0.
Alright.
Blocks.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
You find several rare herbs, as well as 3 clearly marked doses of madcap mushrooms.
What can we use those for?
I'm sure it's an equipment somewhere. It's probably a poison.
Probably. Let's see. Mushroom. Poison. Madcap mushroom. Easy. It's a hallucinogenic. You can chug it before battle to increase your strength attribute by 1, reduce your wounds by 1. At the end of the effect, however, you take 2 wounds automatically. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's a berserker mushroom, but it's pretty good.
That's pretty decent.
So 2 of them?
3.
3 of them. Alright. I'll write the effect down in chat, and then I'll write in the loot list. Mm-hmm.
You want another find out for loot list? Or are you just going to put it with notes?
I think I'll put it at notes. But, I mean, notes for now. If it ends up being a lot, we'll probably ask for another one. Mm-hmm.
Oh, further reducing all wounds taken by -1. Jesus, okay.
Yes.
Can't
Rare...
dodge or parry though.
Excuse me?
Can't
Oh, yeah.
dodge or parry though. That's a big thing.
Mm-hmm. Rare herbs, 3 madcap mushrooms. So yeah. Griffon shakes his head and taps Getrok on the shoulder. Now it's time to leave. This place is in too much of a disarray right now. Let's head back to the priestesses. Mm-hmm.
We'll use the front door. Don't know. Not wanting to climb over the.
I got something wrong earlier.
Yeah.
The letters, they're not marked for 2 weeks of entry. They're marked for in 2 weeks you can enter.
Ew, so we broke in.
No, like well, I mean, yes, you broke into this house, but like to enter the city, like the letters that he gave you to get into the city will be effective in 2 weeks. They'll let you in.
In other words, we have to survive for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Or get in another way. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All that, but I think currently we're a little bit more focused on actually trying to find a cure for the plague. So that's our pastime.
But there is, however, one thing: whoever this guy's sponsor is inside the city, and he might know more. Mm-hmm.
And 2 of it, I think, we may have a cure for the plague. Might be a pretty good way of getting into the city.
I'm trying to think. Where are we at exactly on the map?
So
Near
on the map, you guys would be like
probably at 2, right?
Like,
You said
like
near Wizard's Way?
here-ish somewhere, one of these.
Sure.
Because it's like
when...
just off an alley off of the main road before the Wizard's Way. So, like one of these little like buildings here. And despite the noise you've all made, no guard shows up. Who would have thought?
Mm-hmm.
See, I would be against going out the front door, considered, there's a dead man inside.
Say that in character, please. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I kind of doesn't say anything. He's like, he looks at you guys, get ready to walk out the front, and I walk out the back.
Sure, all right. Yeah.
Wait.
You are faced with a large wall.
Yeah, I was like, just quick. What was that about a guard? Sorry.
Despite the noise you all have made, like searching the house, breaking in, no guard has shown up.
I mean, yeah, because they've all fucking abandoned the place.
What the fuck you mean? There's a guard right here. He's right with us.
And he's not arresting you guys for breaking and entering.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's an accomplice to this.
Mm-hmm.
Chuve,
Like-
is it breaking and entering when the owner's already dead?
Well, yes,
Technically,
but
Yes.
nice guard logic, by the way, Donut.
So any tomb raiding would count as breaking and entering. Got it.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I don't think it's going to make.
Desecrating the dead.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to make a big difference if we leave through the front or the back way. It's just that the front way is quicker because we don't have to then haul each other over the wall one by one. So,
But yeah, Getrock, do you want to try and make a scale? I think it would be a scale test to pass over the wall, or do you join us in the front wall?
It is a scale show surface with a +10.
All right.
Nice. No worry whatsoever.
Minor. Of course I'm going to be able to climb it.
Hell yeah, nice. Mm-hmm.
so he climbs over the wall while the rest of us go out the front, or
Yep.
We go at the front, wait a little bit, and he walks around, joining us. Mm-hmm. So yeah, with what remains of our torches held aloft, the party heads back towards the medical camp, hoping that whatever we have found is good enough.
I'm more surprised we haven't decided to go to the, if there's any guard houses to report what the hell's going on.
The guards all fled inside the bigger city.
yeah, we've been told
Like,
if
the
basically
closest would be number 1. The
Yeah, and I think out of character, a better plan is to get to Shallians and use the priestess as a way in to the guard, to the high guard, and then from that to the city.
yeah,
Plus, we kind of have the plague.
yeah. So we don't really want to go outside Talagad, but on the other hand, the guards have also fucking packed up and left. So I am the sole remaining guard in Talagad.
You are now the captain, Donut. You have been promoted.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's my thought process. Okay, we have a guard in the crew. We haven't gone to report to any of the guards to see if, I was like, did we just go back to being normal adventurers that I didn't know about?
basically.
Yeah. Did we ever stop?
Well, I'm just thinking like you have a guard that's not reporting anything.
Well, who's he going to report to? There's fucking no one around.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
theoretically,
he was transferred to a group of guards under the magistrate, and the magistrate fucked off inside of the town without him.
Yeah. Yeah, of course we were out at that point. Remember?
He has been effectively abandoned.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but thankfully Siegfried is still adhering to his duty as a soldier.
Yeah, but you better hope you find a good reason for why you're not with your guard. So let's find that cure for Siegfried.
Well, the reason for that is escort those civilians.
Yeah, look, you have a good reason out of character, but in character, this is Warhammer Fantasy. You're gonna be in a pickle if you don't show up with a good reason.
Yeah, that's what I was like thinking to myself. It's like maybe go to the guard tower, see if they actually listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
He may just be shot with a crossbow for abandoning his master, to be entirely honest.
Well, he has. Well, the worst part is he doesn't actually have a Talabheim guard uniform. He still has a. Was it? You were a Reiklander?
Yeah, Reiklander.
He's like a Reichland soldier. He's got an army uniform that he's wearing, so they might even think he's a deserter.
Yeah.
Oh no, Donut's in a pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to do this before he reports in.
So in other words, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
It'll just be like, you bastards, you abandoned. I think he'd be more pissed off at the fact that they abandoned the civilians as opposed to like abandoning him specifically. So,
all right, we have to steal a guard uniform for a donut.
Yep. That's on our list. All right.
it'll be fine.
Donut ends his character's career by getting shot by a fellow guard for thinking he's a deserter. All right, we head back.
You could also just take off your tabard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
good. Yeah,
shows you
cool.
as an Imperial soldier.
To be fair,
Yeah.
I think that's probably his leather armor. Mm-hmm.
But well, then just dirty up a bit, make it look like surplus, basically.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, basically, Siegfried's just continuing to do his duty purely out of principle.
Get stabbed a couple times. That'll make it look used enough that, it's probably looted.
Mm-hmm. All right. Less discussing about Donut getting stabbed and less more moving towards the place of the sick, okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we move forward.
Yeah, we are heading back to the field hospital.
Mm-hmm. Well, you head back, you are able to meet the Shellian priest. Nothing too suspicious happens on the way back. More of the dark spookiness, but there is a chill wind that blows, however.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to get even under your clothes, chilling you to the bone.
I
This
am
is
not used to the cold winds of the north. Mm.
This is an unnatural wind.
Mausoleum certainly provides us with an ill omen.
As you return to the Shellians, what do you do? What do you say?
All right.
The
Before
priest
we
from
head
earlier
in-
is speaking with you. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, all right. Actually, good point. What do we say? What are our words for this fellow? We made it back with less trouble than I expected, so now on a bit of a pickle. We have a cure.
I
Or at
would
least
like to offer my condolences as your apothecary friend is now amongst the dead.
Note, he was amongst the dead before we showed up, is what our priest friend is trying to say.
Assassinated before we got there.
All right. We just move in without a plan. All right, let's see what goes.
Very worrying.
We did manage to recover some of his findings.
Oh,
he seemed to be onto something, and he seemed to be worried about the waters of some sort. Oh wait, fuck! Griffon just snaps his fingers. The fish, of course, it's the fish. Everyone, do you remember the fish?
The fish had been particularly bad as of late, yes?
Yes, and he said that it was coming from the river. The sickness is coming down the river. Somebody has poisoned the river.
Dun dun dun.
that is certainly worrying. We will need to find a new water source. We've been boiling the water, but that isn't always enough.
Mm-hmm. The researcher was onto something. He had a patron inside the city gates. And I think we'll need to find him if we are able to find a final solution to this mess.
Yes, we believe he was speaking to one Captain Nearhouse.
That is
guarding the wizard's way.
Worrying. That man is not very well liked in Talagad these days.
Why?
Rumor has it is that he was one of the ones that convinced the Countess to close the city.
I can see. I'm being called. Give me a moment.
Yeah, 1 sec.
Well, so he's the one barring the path to him. By my family's name, that is a problem. Still, he leans in to whisper, that's his daughter, right? And points to the shell-shocked woman.
From what I've heard, yes.
They on good terms?
Yes. He
Then
would
I think,
probably be more than happy to see his daughter.
well, I think you might need some rest as well. Do you mind if we take her off your hands?
Please, if you can, return her either to her father or to the temple inside the city.
Now let's do just that. The water. Oh no. Well, everyone, I think that's our next destination. Into the city proper. Before we leave, of course, he looks to the priestesses. Is the situation just as bad inside the proper city, or how is it going? Is the situation equally bad inside the big city, or is it much worse here?
We don't know. We've been outside since it started.
You see Griffon thumbing the pouch where he has the antidote, tapping the glass a couple of times. Well, I suppose we'll only know when we get there. All right. Thank you for your aid. Do you happen to have any houses or something that's unoccupied away from the sick where we may rest before heading out? I presume not, considering how full you are here, but I thought it prudent to ask.
No, but the inns nearby have opened up.
Well, color me surprised. Well done, friends. I think we've earned a little rest.
I have an alternative idea. The barracks that the guards use should be empty.
Well, that's a pretty good idea. Well. We might go a little bit hungry, but I think that should be all right. I apologize, everyone, but your friend here has led us to a good plan. We'll be sleeping in uncomfortable beds and an uncomfortable space, but it should be empty. I don't think they've been brave enough to raid the guard barrack just yet.
Let's hope that is the case.
Well then, let's go, everyone, unless you wish to have any other questions. I'm sure there are many things I have missed on this quest. No,
Master Dwarf, you seem to be pretty on point with everything. You're really smart.
You see him puff himself up haha.
Indeed.
I'm just a soldier. All this scholarly crap is above me.
Crap? I'll have you know it is a fine art, and I learned from the best.
Well, I think this is a good enough place to stop for tonight.
I mean, we can take the whole resting and then morning comes, so we don't have to worry about that.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm fine. I
So,
can still go.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine going. It's if Simon has to go, then obviously.
I'm fine either way.
How about you, Simon? Do you want to quit there? Do you want to go on?
I could go for a bit more.
Nice. In which case, yeah.
All right. Well, so you're staying at the barracks? Are you setting up watches, or are you just assuming the locked door and it's gonna hold whatever's in the night back?
They're gonna set up night watches.
Yeah, Rolf would agree, especially because of that fucking rat.
Who was sick again? It was Getrok and
Me.
Zagreus, right?
Yeah.
I would
Sorry?
like the other three. Actually, I would like all five of you to roll me toughness checks.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I presume it's before we head to bed. There goes. Nice.
Any modifiers?
Oh,
Nope.
Flat. Okay, toughness.
Oh,
Curses. Crit fail.
Yeah, yes! Barely.
I would like to spend a fortune point.
Go ahead.
I think I've used all my fortune points. Fuck.
Same.
Success.
Okay then.
I only have 2 per day. Zagros has like 4 or 5.
5.
Yeah,
I've used up all 3. 2 to
I
like
got
combat.
2. I got 2 luck points. They're just there for the science checks, okay? Mm. So yeah, we let the sick rest, leaving Siegfried, Griffon, and Rolf to take watch until we realize that Siegfried is starting to cough.
Oh shit.
Griffon once again just looks at the so-called antidote. Can I trust this? Oh boy. Did I have the recipe for the so-called antidote?
You do not.
Fuck. He closes the
Who
bag.
is on watch at the middle of the night?
It was Griffon, Siegfried, and Rolf. So it was Siegfried again.
Yeah, Siegfried's the one who's here to take like the toughest part of it because he's a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Siegfried. You. Let's see. Hear a murmur in the distance.
Yeah, but it's probably at
Is
that point he's sorry, go on.
What are you saying?
No, I was just saying it's probably at that point where everyone's asleep that he's realizing that he's actually starting to like cough.
Mhm.
It's like, oh shit.
It's fitting then. It is eventually identifiable as a man shouting out some sort of speech or harangue.
About some sort of what, sorry?
Harangue.
You can't like really tell what he's saying, but it seems to be some sort of speech that's being given in the middle of the night.
Okay. Siegfried is gonna wander over to the barracks door. Is going to unlock it and is going to open it slightly to try and get a better idea of what he's hearing. Okay. So yeah, so upon unlocking the barracks door and opening it and sort of like peering out slightly so he can so now that the door's not in the way of him hearing, what is that? Is he able to pick up what he said?
So you don't see anything yourself, but you hear the end of his speech, and it's almost just drowned out by cheers as you see, like around the corner, a bright light, like a bonfire, has been lit, and you just hear the man's prayers descend to screams of pain as he is burning himself alive. With this, you hear almost screams of holy fervor as the crowd of lunatics begins running around, trying to set everyone and everything they can on fire.
Okay. He's going to close the door and pray to God. I suppose pray to Sigma.
That they don't choose to burn down the barracks.
Yeah. It's for that reason. It's not going to lock the door, but he's going to sort of lean against it to just in case somebody decides to try and open the door. Because in the event they set something on fire, we need to fucking get out as soon as possible.
Well,
I'm pretty sure the guards and crazed lunatics that go around burning things would probably be at odds. So,
but yeah, you're asleep. So Donut is not Donut, like Siegfried is leaning up against the wall, and what happens?
Well, he's specifically bracing himself against the door just in case any of them tries to open it.
Here's the thing. Perhaps because they know that there are no guards, barracks are left alone.
Yeah.
All right. So I presume a tense and somewhat worried Siegfried wakes Rolf for his part of the night watch.
It's sort of just filling Rolf with what happened. And just tells him.
It's probably still happening.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lean
Do
against.
you crack a joke about there at least being light in the evening?
And so the depot district was aflame.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna just basically just tell Rolf, lean against the door. Do not let anyone in, but alert us if you smell smoke.
Oh, okay. Mr. Secret, I will.
Rolf,
Yes.
during your watch, do you look outside at all?
What would... I mean... He's on a watch, so he's probably supposed to, but he tries to, like, peek for a moment and then hide back.
As you peek in the alleyway across from the barracks,
He's on the
see
top
a
of a
large
burning
gray
building.
rat
Motherfucker.
with a star above its left eye staring back. As you
This
spot
is
it,
Rolf's great white
and you
werewolf.
lock eyes, it scurries away.
This is Rolf's personal sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah.
Some people get this horrifying demon. Rolf gets a rat, and that's somehow worse. Mm.
So yeah, I just like see this. I'm paralyzed for a moment. I lean back again against the door. I just clasp my hand in like prayer motion, and I just like, Sigmar, protect my soul. Sigmar, protect me against the rat. Sigmar, help me, help my friends, and survive all of this.
Mm.
But yeah, I try to keep the watch unless you want me to roll something to see if I'm shaken by this encounter.
You're right. You're good. You can roll willpower if you want. You don't have to.
For now, I will not. I'm just gonna say he's
Okay.
a little bit shaken, but he's with friends. Mr. Secret knows what he's doing, so
Haha, they're falling for it.
Mhm.
The fools.
Oh no, we're screwed.
I will say, as you all awake on the next day, you hear a murmur once more. This time, moving along the streets in front of the barracks. As you look out, it seems to be a mob of Hocklanders heading towards the garrison. And that is where we will leave it off.
okay.
Dun dun dun.
Oh shit!
If I had time, I would have like informed at the very least Siegfried that the rat was here again, watching us.
So there's just going to be 3 shits as he wakes up and he coughs and he goes shit. As he's then told of the rat and he goes shit, and then we hear and see the moment. He goes shit.
Sigmar, fucking kill me!
Just to be really sure, these are the flagellants that are coming at the garrison, right?
No. These are the refugees have formed a mob or marching on the garrison.
Which is where we need to go.
Yes.
Oh, the garrison number 1. Okay, yeah. Not the barracks. My mistake.
Yeah. You're just in the barracks, which I think is 3. So like they're walking past you guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we gotta pick up a girl at the hospital and run past these dudes.
Do we get XP?
Yes. I will once more give you 200.
Okay. Are we allowed to take advancements and play the next session with them active?
Yes.
Okay. And I need to figure out.
So another 200 XP.
200.
Yeah, 200
Nice.
XP. I am going to spend those on wounds, I think.
Nice. That's very fitting and probably a good idea. I wish I had one more point in toughness. I could have go another milestone. Mm-hmm.
So I am now at 13 wounds.
So
You know,
how
Only
many-
13?
I'm a human, so yeah.
So how many experience points to advance a was it 100 XP for 5%?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 5% for main profile, or 1 for
Unless you're
secondary.
doing something weird, every advance is 100.
Yep.
Including advancing to another career is 100. So once you finish, you get another 100 to go into the next career.
Probably need to figure out what.
Or if you're going to a career that doesn't have an exit from your current career, it's 200.
And you can only do that into a basic career. You can't do that to get into an advanced career. So no, you can't pay 200 experience to go into Master Wizard.
Alright, so I need a prayer book and a writing kit for trappings.
Do you not already have a prayer book?
Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, so initiate's not
If
started.
you don't, nothing says it has to be a prayer book of more. But if
No,
you
I
do want a
have
prayer
a-
book of more,
I have a religious symbol of more.
well, it just so happens that you know where some priests of more are. You also know where some priests of Shalia are.
Yes.
And I will say, you could have when you were, if you did participate in the looting of the apothecary's shop, you could have gotten a writing kit out of it,
In that
putting
case,
his stuff together.
Alright, in that case, I'll write it down.
Just like you would have had enough that it's like, hey, I can just put this in the bag and have a writing kit.
Actually, I tell you about. I'm not going to advance my wounds just quickly. I'm feeling fairly confident with that. I'm going to boost my agility by, I think. How much does the soldier get for agility?
So would trying to calm down the Hawklanders be a hard roll or?
It would be effectively impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are very angry at probably being abandoned. And then I'm going to boost. I think is it, do I want to? I'm going to boost my willpower as well by 5%. Fuck it.
Like, I mean, I know it's been done before in history, but how many times have you actually heard a riot stopping because some guy was like, "Hey guys, maybe this is a bad idea."
Guys, calm down.
Not many times. It's like there's a saying that essentially the IQ of a mob is like take the lowest IQ of a person in a mob and divide it by the amount of numbers of that
People.
mob or something like that.
Mm-hmm. It's a Pratchett saying that. What's it called?
It-
Like you have the mob is like the dumbest member divided by the amount of members.
I'll
But
say
yeah,
from
you
what
got
you
it
can
pretty
tell,
much
there
right.
doesn't even seem to be like anyone leading the mob. It almost just seems like a consensus was reached to get into the city.
Which means we're going to have to beat them there before we are caught up with the mob.
Yeah, this is like a very bad analogy, but they are essentially doing Naruto run at Area 51.
Oh my god! And we need to pick up the girl as well, or we're just gonna get shot by Genra's boss, dude. Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Okay, so I am now at. I think just over, either just under or just over halfway through my career.
Sinful, how many wounds does your dwarf has?
14.
So I have one more than you.
I'm feeling weak here with my 11 wounds, dude.
Yeah,
You
but
Mhm.
at the same time, I also have
Yes, I
four
know.
four toughness and let's say armor and all but my legs, so I'm,
Yeah.
I'm a little more sturdy.
I'm not armored all around. I have one body, but I have also 41 toughness, thankfully.
Jesus.
Mhm. The tankiest ranger you've ever seen. Mhm.
Yeah, luckily, Sagios learned his lesson and has both a leather skull bag
skullcap and leather jacket under his robes.
Don't need to worry about wounds if you don't get hit.
I'm tempted to grab a point in agility just for that dumb idea.
Well, I grabbed a 5% boost to agility, so my agility has a modifier of 4, which is quite nice.
Giving a 5% advance to intelligence and 5% increase in toughness.
There we go.
I want to put a point into 5 into it just so I can get even better knowledge science roll, but that's all it's useful for.
I cannot wait to get to my next career, because that's going to be a big boost to my combat skills. I do need to pick up quick draw though from the soldier career, so that's another thing.
Don't you just have to grab one of them?
No, but I want to grab it because of the way that I may eventually have how I may eventually have Siegfried fight, which may be a sword in one hand and a pistol / shield in the other. So if I can get quick draw, I can then just holster the pistol and draw a shield at the same time, without I think it taking up an action.
Yep, it's a free action once per round.
Yeah. And then I might actually, that's a fair point. I also need to grab weapon group gunpowder as well.
I just have to find out where the hell I can get my one trapping at.
Actually, that's a fair point. There's like 3 talents. There's like 4 talents as well on top of soldier that I actually need to grab. So yeah, I've got quite a bit to go.
Also, for me to advance to a duelist, I'm gonna need a pistol. That's the biggest problem.
So yeah, I'm gonna need to grab quick draw, sharpshooter, specialist weapon group gunpowder, and rapid reload, and mighty shot. So yeah, I've got quite a bit to go on there, soldier. I'm basically maxing out the talents because I'm going to be going a little bit more of a hybrid once I get the chance.
Oh yeah, because from starting career you only need advancements on main characteristics, and then later you need to get everything until you can proceed, I guess.
Think so.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The big thing with me is that because of the fact that I'm going to be going into more of a hybrid sword and pistol character, hopefully, I need to grab all the fucking talents from soldier to actually.
We're gonna have to pool our money to get that pistol because I need to.
We'll share it.
Or just hope that a fucking guy just dies with a pistol and you loot him.
Hopefully he's dual wielding like a fucking idiot.
Don't worry, I'm dual wielding without ambidextrous.
I mean, it worked in Vermintide, right?
I do have ambidextrous, which is the nice thing. So.
I mean, I don't even want the pistol. I just want the weapon group dueling, so I can use my buckler for insane dodges.
I'm having a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, I didn't play too much Fantasy. I played 40k, and it's fun. It's something different. And yeah, thank you for the session, Zach.